And then just come to a nice comfortable seat. And we'll just settle into the space. Lengthen your spine, find your comfortable seat in full or half lotus. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Elongate your spine. Lengthen your neck. Allow your sit bones to start sinking down into the ground and sinking down and grounding you as you rise up at the same time, creating that space between your vertebrae. Lengthen your neck. Keep those shoulder rolls going if you need to. And then gently close your eyes or lower your eyelids. And just take a deep breath in here through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Bring your right hand to your belly and your left hand to your heart. And just keep that breath going. Checking in. Noticing if the breath is up higher in your chest. If that's where you're naturally breathing today, we want to just drop it down into the belly, filling up the belly. It's lovely to have your hand there because you really connect to filling up your belly there. Breathing in and breathing out. Just keeping that going a few more times. Inhaling and exhaling. Allowing the breath, the inhales and exhales to be a bit longer than they would be with a normal breathing cycle, and allowing them to be about the same length. So we're controlling our breath in order to calm down our heart rate, our mind, our thoughts. Inhaling and exhaling. Another deep breath in through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. And noticing that soft, smooth, silky quality of the breath. Gently inhaling and exhaling. And then bringing the palms to the knees, palms facing up. We'll open up the practice by chanting 3 Oms together. We'll start with a short kirtan, a short call and response, just to get that breath settled down even more. I really feel like when we sing, we're not thinking about the inhales and the exhales, we're just allowing it to happen naturally. So sing with me. It's not really possible to do call and response on Zoom, so we'll just sing together. Govinda, Govinda, Gopal. Govinda, Govinda, Gopal. Govinda, Govinda, Gopal. Govinda, Govinda, Gopal. Shira Taramana Hare. Shira Taramana Hare. Shira Taramana Hare. Shira Taramana Hare. Govinda, Govinda, Gopal. Govinda. Govinda, Govinda, Gopal. Two more times. Govinda, Govinda, Gopal. Govinda, Govinda, Gopal. Taking a deep breath in here. Exhaling through the mouth. And we can, if you want to practice to music, if you want to press play on the playlist I put in the WhatsApp chat, go ahead and press play now. And if you're not muted, hey Mia, oh, you muted yourself, thank you. Just make sure that you are, and let's come back. Come back to our mats, come back to sitting. Just bringing your right hand to the outside of your right hip, reach your left arm up and over. And just start to gently connect your body to your breath as you move. And switching sides, left hand down, right arm up. Opening things up, creating spaces. Back to the right side. And then coming over to the left side. And then reaching the arms in front of you, interlacing the fingers, really rounding out the back and the shoulders. Dropping the head down between the shoulders, reaching the arms forward, breathing here. And then reaching the arms up overhead. And then circling them back down behind you, fingers, hands behind your seat, fingers forward, just stretching open the chest here, squeezing the shoulders together, the head can drop back slightly. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming onto your hands and your knees from here, coming into a nice tabletop. And just starting to move the body from side to side. Pressing the hands into the mat, swaying the hips gently. And coming back to that nice, deep inhale and exhale with a smooth quality. Swaying the hips from side to side, circling. And then sitting the seat back towards the heels. And then walking the hands forward a little bit. So we're in a child's pose now, scooping the pelvis towards the belly button, rounding through the spine, rounding all the way, and then sinking the hips down into a nice, soft, upward facing dog. Breathing here. Then tucking chin to chest, pressing, rolling back through the spine, coming back into this child's pose, and then coming back up. So tilting the pelvis, rolling through the spine. I find it easier to have my knees a little wider here. Hands come forward a little bit, sinking the hips down, bringing the gaze up, leading with the heart, inhaling here. And then chin to chest, pressing all the way back, rolling back, coming back to child's pose one more time. Pelvis tilts forward, rolling all the way through the vertebrae, sinking the hips, and then just staying here for a moment, moving the hips side to side, maybe looking over one shoulder, looking over the other shoulder, just moving the body, checking into those tight spaces, coming back to center, tucking chin to chest, rolling all the way back, coming into a child's pose just for a moment, walking the hands over to the right side, forehead can rest on the mat or on your knee. You feel a deeper stretch in the left side of the body. And then walking the hands over to the other side. Left elbow can bend a little bit. Right arm reaches a little bit further, breathing here. Lovely. And then coming back to your tabletop, doing a couple of cat-cows here, inhaling as you arch, exhaling as you round out. Inhaling as you arch. Exhaling as you round. Then tucking the toes under, lifting the knees up just an inch and just rocking back and forwards here. Stretching out the soles of the feet, the toes, breathing. And then from here, pressing and pushing back, seat lifts. Just gently pedaling the legs here. Bending and straightening very gently. This takes me a while to loosen up my hamstrings, almost the entire practice. I'm working on those, they're particularly tight for me. Remember to draw the shoulders back away from the neck and the ears. Just pedaling the legs here. And then bending the knees, pressing the torso back towards the top of the thighs, almost arching in the lower spine. And then from there, beginning to straighten the legs, drawing the heels down towards the mat. Then stepping the feet together, lifting the heels up really, really high. And then going through that spinal roll again, but from a downward dog position. So rolling here, coming to a plank, and then sinking the hips down. This time the hips are hovering just above the mat as we uncurl our head. We take a deep breath in here, and then tuck the chin to chest, pressing back, rolling back through the spine, coming back to a downward dog, and then just pedaling the legs here, one side then the other, then lifting them at the same time, really, really high heels, tilting the pelvis towards the belly button, rolling through the spine, coming to a plank, and then sinking the hips down, hovering just above the mat, lifting the head up as you breathe in, and then exhale, chin to chest, pressing all the way back to downward dog. On the next inhale, lift up that right leg, lift it up really, really high. And then bend the knee, open out at the hip and start to circle the ankle. Circling one way. Beautiful. Circling the other way. And then squaring the hips. Stepping that right foot through to land between the hands at the top of the mat. Both legs are straight in a very wide pyramid. They don't have to be completely straight. You can micro bend your knee if you need to, and just lifting that left heel up and down a couple of times. You can come to your full palms, fingertips, just lifting that back heel up and down a few times. And then bending both knees, bringing the back knee down, hands to hips, and just sinking a little bit into this lunge here. Hands to hips. Draw the shoulders back, squeeze the shoulders together, open up the heart center here, and just sink into this lunge. Nothing forced, gentle movement. You might need to adjust your right foot a little bit, just pulsing a little bit up and down here. Inhaling and exhaling. Bringing the right hand down, it can hover, it doesn't have to touch the floor. Reach that left arm up and over, sinking a little deeper into this lunge. Gazing up at the palm of the hand, breathing here, inhale. And exhale, hands back to hips. Just stabilizing here, then reaching the arms forward and up. And exhale, circle round and down. One more time, reach them forward and up. And exhale, circle round and down. Bringing the hands down to the mat, either side of the front foot. Lengthen that front leg as you fold forward here in a half split. Your right leg does not have to be completely straight. We're warming things up here. We're finding our way, waking up the body. Just squaring the hips here, folding forward, breathing here, inhaling. And on the exhale, bend into that front knee and then straighten it. So we're just bending and straightening a couple of times. Bending and straightening. One more bend, tuck the back toes under, step that right leg back and just pedal it out a couple of times. Then inhale the left leg up high behind you, really, really high. Bend the knees, open out the hips, circle the ankle one way, circle the ankle the other way, and then nice big circles into the hips. This is literally one of my favorite things to do first thing in the yoga class. Square the hips, step the left foot through, nice wide stance. Both of the feet are kind of in line with the hips, and then we're just lifting that back heel up and down a couple of times. So it's like a nice wide pyramid. Just lift that back heel up and down. And then bend into that front knee, bend into the back knee, bringing the back knee down, hands to hips. Just sinking into this lunge. You might like to find stillness here, or you might like to just pulse it out a couple of times. I like to sort of adjust my front foot a little bit so I can go a little bit deeper. Opening up the chest, drawing the shoulders, squeezing the shoulders together, leaning back. And then bringing the left hand down, reaching the right arm up and over, gazing up at the palm of the right hand, sinking a little bit lower, breathing here. And then hands back to hips. And then reaching the arms forward and up. And then exhale, circle round and down. Reach them forward and up. And exhale, circle round and down. Bringing the hands down to the mat, either side of the left foot, and just sitting back, straightening that left leg or micro bending the knee, folding forward, squaring the hips, flexing that foot, breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. One more deep breath in here. Exhale, then bending into that left knee, and then just bending and straightening a couple of times. Bend and straighten. This time bend into that knee, tuck the back toes under, step that left foot back. Start to walk the feet forward about halfway up the mat. Micro bend or bend a little deeper into the knees, resting your chest onto your knees. Draw your arms behind you, interlace your fingers and squeeze your shoulders together as you fold forward here. Using your legs to kind of rest on as a little shelf. Allow your head to just hang. No weight or tension in the neck. You can move your head gently side to side here. We're squeezing the shoulders together, breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. Release the hands down. Keep the left knee bent, press the left hand into the ground, straighten that right leg and reach that right arm up and open here. Pressing that left hand down. And then switching sides, right knee bends, right hand comes down, left leg begins to straighten, left arm reaches up and open. Breathing here, inhaling. Exhaling, releasing, micro bending the knees, grasping opposite elbows and just swaying from side to side here. Breathing here. And then releasing the hands down. Starting to roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Slowly coming up, shoulders, then head comes up last. Roll the shoulders back once. Roll the shoulders back twice. Reach the arms up overhead, pressing the hands into a prayer, reaching the arms up, and then drawing the prayer in front of the heart center. Closing the eyes here. Taking a moment to set your intention for your practice today. Knowing that, you know, on Monday it was the winter solstice. It was the shortest day of the year, the darkest day, not in a bad way, darkest day, just a moment of reflection and contemplation. And now the days are lengthening. We're already moving towards the light, towards better times, closing down this year, moving into the new year. So setting an intention today for kindness, patience for ourselves, for those around us during this holiday season that's unlike any other. Take a deep breath in here. Exhale, arms by your side, beginning Surya Namaskar 8. Inhale, press the palms, reach the arms up overhead, gazing up at the hands. Exhale, fold forward and touch down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, step back, lower down through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Staying here in your downward facing dog for a few moments, breathing in and breathing out. Inhaling And exhaling, making any of those adjustments that you need to make. Maybe you like to sway the hips, press the ground away from you. Keep that flow of breath going. Inhaling and exhaling. Taking one more deep breath here. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step the feet forward to meet the hands. Exhale, fold forward, touch down. Inhale, press the palms, reach the arms up overhead, gazing up at the hands. Exhale, arms by your side, Tadasana. Inhale, press palms, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, touch down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, step it back, lower down, Chaturanga, lowering with control. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Staying here for a few breaths. Sending the seat up. Breathing here. Drawing the shoulders away from the neck and the ears. Moving the head from side to side, gently nodding the head, yes. Gently shaking the head, no. Flubbering out the lips here. Using your whole hand to press into the mat. Feeling that grounding beneath you, supporting you. Inhaling. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step or jump the feet forward to meet the hands. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, press the palms, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, arms by your side. Jiva Mukti, inhale, hook the thumbs, reach the arms up overhead and arch back. Exhale, fold forward, swing the arms, interlace the hands behind you, straighten the legs as you fold forward. Inhale, release the hands down, step the right leg back into a low lunge. Exhale, left leg steps back into downward dog. Inhale, just as we did at the beginning, roll through the spine, coming forward into a plank. Exhale, lower through Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Again, roll through the spine, coming forward into a plank. Exhale, release the knees, chest and chin down to the mat. Inhale, slide forward into a low cobra. Exhale, push back, seat to heels, and then downward dog. Inhale, stepping that right foot forward into a low lunge. Exhale, left leg steps forward, fold forward. Inhale, micro bend the knees here, hook the thumbs, reach the arms up overhead, and micro bend back. Exhale, fold forward, swing the arms, interlace the fingers, straighten the legs as you fold forward. Inhale, release the hands down, step the left leg back into a low lunge. Exhale, right leg steps back, downward dog. Inhale, forward to a plank. Exhale, lower Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest and chin come down. Inhale, slide forward to a low cobra. Exhale, push back, seat to heels, downward dog. Inhale, step the left foot forward to a low lunge. Exhale, right leg steps forward, fold forward here. Sealing it up, bend the knees, hook the thumbs, reach the arms up overhead, stay here for a moment. Reaching the arms up, pushing the hips forward slightly. Little back bend here, breathing here, inhale. Exhale, release the arms by your side. Beautiful, Surya Namaskar, B. Inhale, bend the knees, sit low in your chair, press the palms, reach the arms up overhead. And exhale, fold forward, touch down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down through Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step the right foot forward, coming into warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Bend that front knee. Making sure the knee is over the ankle, reaching the arms up, gazes up, breathing here. Inhaling. Exhaling, release the hands either side of the front foot, step it back, lower down Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog and step that left foot forward, coming into warrior one, pressing the palms, reach the arms up overhead. Gazes up. Exhale, release the hands down, step it back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Staying here in your downward facing dog for 3 breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Just press that ground away from you. Inhaling and exhaling. One more deep breath in here. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step or jump the feet forward to meet the hands. Exhale, fold forward here. Inhale, bend the knees, sit super low in your chair, reach your arms up overhead, and exhale, arms by your side, Tadasana. Again, inhale, bend the knees, press the palms, reach the arms up, gazes up. Exhale, fold forward, touch down. Inhale, lengthen the spine, look forward. Exhale, step or jump back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping that right foot forward, coming into warrior one. Just glancing down and making sure you can see your big toe. You don't want your knee collapsing inwards. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Opening the hips, reaching from fingertip to fingertip. Don't lose the bend in the knee. And then moving the back arm down. So your left arm moves down across the front of your body, bringing it forward, lifting your back heel up and then reaching your right arm back. So we're reversing our warrior two. Looking the other way, looking back towards the right hand. Right hand drops down the back of the leg, reaching that left arm up. Reaching up, gazes up, breathing here. And then bringing that left hand down, parallel with the right foot, reaching the right arm up. So we're opening out to an easy twist on the right side, breathing here. Inhaling, exhaling, releasing that right hand down, stepping it back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step that left foot forward, coming into warrior one on the left side. Reach the arms up. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Dropping the shoulders, a nice strong straight line with the arms. Breathing here. And then dropping the right hand down so it comes forward, but it comes down across the front of the body. Reaching it forward, lifting the heel up, and then reaching the left arm back. Gazing back. Dropping that back hand down the back of the thigh, reach that right arm up, opening out, reaching up, sinking the hips a little bit deeper, and then exhale, bringing the right hand down, reaching the left arm up, opening out to the left side. Breathing here, inhaling, exhaling, release that hand down, step it back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. We'll do the same sequencing, one breath to one movement, stepping that right foot forward, coming into warrior one, reach the arms up. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Inhale, reach the left arm forward, right arm back for a reverse warrior two, revolve warrior two. Exhale, reach that right hand down, left arm reaches up. Inhale, left hand comes down, right arm reaches up. Easy twist. Exhale, release that right hand down, step it back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Stepping the left foot forward, coming into warrior one, reaching the arms up. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Inhale, reaching that right arm forward, left arm back. Reversing the warrior two. Exhale, left hand drops down, right arm reaches up. Inhale, reaching that right hand down, left arm reaches up and open, gazes up. Exhale, left hand comes down, stepping it back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale, pushing it back to downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose, and exhaling through the mouth. Nice few more rounds of breaths here. Inhaling through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. One more deep breath in here. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, step or jump the feet forward to meet the hands. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, bend the knees, press the palms, reach the arms up. Stay sitting low in your chair. Tucking in the tailbone, tucking in the belly, reaching the arms up. Inhaling here, and on the exhale, twisting it round to the right side. So making sure toes and heels are touching, knees are level, hooking the left elbow on the outside of the right thigh, pressing the hands into a prayer, using that elbow pressing in the thigh to twist your torso a little bit further. Heart center lines up with the prayer. Breathing here, inhaling, staying here or opening the arms nice and wide. Sitting a bit lower in the seat. And on the next inhale, rising up through center, keeping the knees bent. And exhale, twisting it round to the left side. There we go. Pressing the hands into a prayer. Gazes up, breathing here. Inhaling. Exhaling, releasing the hands down. Stepping the feet back and lowering down through Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push it back to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Step the right foot forward, coming into warrior one on the right side. Reach the arms up, gaze up. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Start to straighten that front leg and walk the back foot in. Moving through to triangle. So left hip moves back as the torso and the right arm reach forward, and then folding. Straight legs, straight arms, gazes up. Left fingers are pointing up towards the ceiling. Breathing here. Pressing the top of the hand into the inside of the right ankle or hooking the big toe. Then bringing the gaze down, moving from here into half moon. So bending into that right knee, right hand comes in front of the right foot, lifting that back leg up high, opening out, stacking the left hip on top of the right hip. Left arm continues to reach up. You can lift that right hand up off the mat if you find your balance there. Wherever you find your balance here, it could be looking up, could be looking down, and from here you combined, bending the knee, grabbing the ankle, or just keeping that leg up, keeping your drishti and your focus fixed onto one point. Breathing here, inhaling, exhaling. Start to release that left hand down, square the hips, step that left foot back about halfway, moving from here into a pyramid. So really squaring the hips here, folding forward. Both feet are in their own lane, line with the hips, toes pointing forward, folding forward here. Breathing here as we fold forward. Then adjusting your back foot so it's out a little bit, 45-degree angle, bringing your left hand to the outside of your right foot, revolving your triangle here. So if that hand is not going to go outside the foot, that's fine. It can go on the inside of the right foot, reaching that right arm up, gazes up, breathing here, inhaling. Beautiful. Exhaling, releasing that right hand down, stepping it back, lowering down through Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Stepping that left foot forward, coming into warrior one on the left side. Press the palms, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, open out to warrior two. Start straightening that front leg, walking the back foot in. And then right hip travels back, left arm reaches forward, and then folding into a triangle, reaching the right arm up, gazes up. Noticing where you feel this in your body. Noticing if you're creating space, bringing the breath to that area. Releasing the tight spaces, reaching the arm up, gazes up, breathing here. And then bringing the gaze down, moving from here into half moon. Bending that left knee, lifting that right arm up. Left hand comes in front of the left foot. Maybe you lift that hand up, maybe the hand is down for stability. Noticing where your gaze is, down or up. No right or wrong, it's just what works for you today in your own practice. And releasing that right hand down, squaring the hips, stepping the right foot back just halfway into a pyramid. So squaring the hips here and folding forward over that left leg. Head can just hang down here. Your hands can be in line with your foot or reaching back. Takes you a little deeper. Folding forward here and breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Now adjusting your back foot slightly. Walking your right hand to the outside of your left foot and reaching your left arm up. Revolving your triangle. Feeling this in a different part, different muscles. Opening things out. Breathing here. Inhaling. And exhaling, releasing that left hand down, stepping it back, going through your vinyasa, lower down chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, pushing back to downward facing dog. And just moving it out a little bit, moving the hips side to side, making any adjustments you need to make. Coming into your downward dog, coming down to your elbows. So you're in a kind of dolphin here. So you're on your elbows, giving your wrists and hands a break. Moving the seat side to side. Lifting the right leg up high behind you. Drawing the knee towards the nose here. We're down on our elbows. We'll do this 4 more times. 4, knee to nose. 3, lift the leg up. Knee to nose. 2, lift the leg up. Knee to nose. And 1, lift the leg up. Knee to nose. Stepping it back. Left side, lift the left leg up. Knee to nose. 4, knee to nose. 3, knee to nose. 2, knee to nose. And 1, knee to nose. Bringing the knees down, opening them wide and sitting back, releasing the shoulders just for a few moments into a child's pose. Just to give the wrists a break, the shoulders, breathing here. Inhaling and exhaling. 1 more nice round of breath here. Inhale and exhale. Start to find your way back to a downward facing dog. When you're ready, stepping the right foot forward, coming into a warrior 1. Press the palms, reach the arms up. Exhale, open out to warrior 2. Bringing that left arm forward, coming into a high lunge. So lifting the back heel up, reaching the arms up, bending the elbows, goddess arms, squeezing the shoulders together, opening up the heart center. Head can drop back, sink a little deeper into your lunge. Breathing here, sinking a little deeper. Then bringing hands to hips and just tapping that back knee down. So the knee comes down and then you come back into your lunge. So we'll do that 4 more times. 4. Beautiful. 3. That's it. 2. A nice little warming workout. And 1. Come back into your high lunge. Open out your arms into goddess arms. And from here, we're moving into an eagle. So push the weight forward into the right leg. Keep the right leg bent. Wrap that left leg around the right leg. Squeeze the thighs together and then wrap the left elbow underneath the right elbow, pressing the palms together, squeezing the arms together, squeezing the legs together. You can fold it forward here if you want to. If you're folding it forward, try to bring your elbows in front of your knees. Breathing here. Inhaling. And exhaling, start to release into a warrior 3. So kicking that left leg back, arms can remain bound in eagle. You can open them out, pressing the hands together into a prayer. Breathing here, inhaling and exhaling. 1 more breath in. Exhale, release the hands down, step the legs back, go through your chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Stepping the left foot forward, warrior 1. Press the palms, reach the arms up. Exhale, open out to warrior 2. And from here, moving into a high lunge. Lifting both arms up, lifting that back heel up. Reaching the arms up, sinking the hips lower. Opening out the arms, bending the elbows, drawing the Shoulders back, allowing the head to drop back slightly. Breathing here, inhaling. And exhaling, releasing the hands to the hips, tapping that back knee down and up. 4 more times. 4, 3, you've got this. 2, and 1. Beautiful. Coming back into your high lunge. Moving forward, bringing the weight into the left knee. Bend, keeping it bent. Lifting up that right leg, wrapping it around the left leg. Squeezing the thighs together. Wrapping the left elbow underneath the right. Pressing the palms together. Squeezing the hands together. Feeling that nice opening in the shoulders. Sinking the hips down a little bit, bringing the elbows in front of the knees. And just keeping that squeezing going. Legs, arms, breathing. Stomach is compressed, keeping the breath going. And then start to unbind the legs, keeping the arms where they are. If you want to, kicking that right leg back, coming into a warrior 3. Creating a straight line with that back leg, toes pointing down to the floor, or bringing the hands into a prayer. Keeping it here, keeping your drishti focus on one point, breathing here, inhaling and exhaling, releasing the hands down, stepping the left foot back, lower down chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Staying here in your downward facing dog for a few moments, pedaling the legs. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Staying here, pedaling the legs. And then stepping the right foot through, coming into a warrior 1, pressing the palms, reaching the arms up. Exhale, opening out to warrior 2. And bringing that left hand down for a nice easy twist, reaching up with the right arm, just opening out here for a moment. Then releasing the right hand to the inside of the right foot, walking the hands to center, coming to the long line of the mat, turning the feet so they are parallel with each other, folding forward here. A nice wide-legged forward fold. Any adjustments you need to make, if you need to move the hips side to side here. Just breathing. Inhaling. And exhaling. Turning the feet out, so heels are in, feet are out, and bending a little deeper into that right knee and then left. So we're moving through a Skandasana, keeping the hands down if you need to stabilize yourself, or beginning to lift the hands up and away from the mat, bringing them to a prayer, keeping the hips low as you move them from side to side. Then bringing the hands down, walking them to the left foot, the back side of the mat, turning the left foot, bringing the back heel down, coming into a warrior 2 here, coming into a warrior 1 here, and going through a vinyasa, bringing the hands down either side of the left foot. You're at the back of the mat, step the left foot back, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog, and step that left foot forward, warrior 1. Exhale, open out to warrior 2. Bring the right hand down inside of the left foot, reach that left arm up, opening out. And then bring the left hand down to the inside of the left foot. Walk the hands to center in line with the long line of the mat. Folding forward here again, just allowing the head to hang down. And any variation with your arms that you want to make, you can come down to elbows if that's available to you. You can interlace the hands behind you, squeezing the shoulders together, or just keeping the hands down. Just allowing the head to hang here. And then starting to straighten up, turning the feet out and moving through your Skandasana again. Just gently moving from side to side. Maybe you want to stay on one side a little bit longer. Hands can stay down or come up. And then bend into the right leg. Start to move the hands to the top of the mat. Come to a warrior two, warrior one. And then exhale, releasing the hands down either side. Go through your vinyasa and meet me in a downward dog. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to downward facing dog. We're pedaling here. So from here, moving into Malasana, yogi squat. So stepping or jumping feet to land either side of the hands, landing softly and gently and finding your way into your Malasana. Gentle little movements here, lifting one heel up, then the other, before we sink our hips down. And then finding your way to a still point, bringing your hands to a prayer. Elbows are on the inside of the knees, opening out the knees as the knees squeeze into the elbows, lengthening the spine here, lengthening the neck, and lowering the eyelids or closing the eyes, bringing the attention to the inside of the forehead, the third eye, and just settling into this space here, breathing, inhaling and exhaling, breathing in and breathing out. Coming back to the breath every time we feel things pulling us out of control or things around us are not how we want them to be. Just coming back to the breath, finding that stable center that we create for ourselves. Staying here in your Malasana or finding your way into Bakasana, crow pose if you want to practice an arm balance today. If you're coming into Bakasana, just making sure that your hands are directly below your shoulders, using the back of your arms, your triceps as a little shelf. Maybe you just want to lift one foot or the other. That's awesome, everyone's doing it today. And just finding that moment, that balance, that tipping point. You know that your body, your mind, your breath, everything has to work together to make this happen. Breathing here. And then when you're ready, stepping or jumping back. Lowering down, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, pushing it back to downward facing dog. Reaching the right leg up high behind you, bending the knee, stepping it through for pigeon. Bringing the right knee close to the right wrist, toes close to the left wrist. And just squaring up before we fold forward. So squaring the hips, lengthen the spine here, lift the energy, breathe in. And then exhale from there, walk the hands forward, fold it forward, bring the forehead down. And just find your place here as you fold forward. Allowing your muscles to release here, head rests down. Breathing here. Just taking a moment for yourself. Breathing. Inhaling and exhaling. Coming back to this center point, this internal breath, this silky smooth quality to the breath. And when we're ready, walking the hands back towards the hips, sitting up, bringing that back leg all the way around, coming into a seated spinal twist. Left foot comes just outside of the right knee. Reach that right arm up. Left hand is behind you. Twist around. Hooking the elbow. Lengthening on the inhale. And twisting on the exhale. Really lengthening on the inhale. And twisting on the exhale. One more time. Breathing in. And breathing out. And releasing. Coming around to the other side. And then coming into a double pigeon from here. So right leg comes forward so it's kind of in line with the top of the mat. Left leg is on top, just making sure that you have a triangle shape here. We're not just crossing the legs here. Moving the flesh out from the seat, lengthening the spine here. Maybe this is where we're going to stay. Or if you want to bring your hands in front for your legs, you can start to Kind of tiptoe your hands forward, see where you get to. Again, there's no right or wrong to this. It's where your body takes you today, where your body, breath, and mind working together need to be in this moment today. Folding the head forward, breathing here. Releasing, walking the hands back towards the hips. Coming into a pigeon on the left side. So putting your left leg down, reaching your right leg back, setting yourself up. And when you're ready, folding forward. You can create a little pillow with your hands. You can rest your forehead down on the mat. Breathing here. Just taking a moment. Taking another round of breath there. One inhale. And on the exhale, begin to lengthen the spine, walk the hands back. And bring the right leg all the way around for seated spinal. So right foot lands outside the left knee, right hand comes behind you, left arm reaches up, twisting around, lengthening on the inhale and twisting on the exhale. Keep lengthening and twisting. One more inhale, one more exhale here, and then de-twist. Come around to the other side just for a moment. Then set up your double pigeon. So left shin comes forward, shins are in line, and then finding your way here, breathing, inhaling, and then exhaling. You can walk the hands forward or just stay here with a nice engaged spine, feeling that release in the hips. And breathe. And crossing the legs, stepping back into a plank, holding a plank just for a few moments, breathing here. And then on your own count of 3, lower the body down to the belly. Coming from here into Shalabhasana. Keep the arms here under the shoulders. Begin to engage the legs and then lift everything up. Squeeze the shoulders together, lift everything up, gazes forward, breathing in, lift it up a little bit higher, and then release. Left ear comes down to the mat, moving the hips from side to side. And then coming back to center, doing it one more time, and interlacing the fingers behind you, the hands, squeezing the shoulders together, gazes centered, and lifting everything up. Everything lifts up, lifting it up a little bit higher, and then releasing, lowering it down. Right ear comes to the mat, gently moving the hips from side to side. And then turning around to lay on your back. We'll do 2 back bends here. You can start with a bridge, bend the knees, soles of the feet come towards the seat, just graze the back of the heels with the hands, the fingertips, and start tilting the pelvis towards the belly, lifting up the hips, pushing them up. From here, your hands can come to your waist, lifting the hips up even higher, or you can interlace your hands, squeezing the shoulders, lifting the hips. Very nice. Then lowering down, taking 1 round of breath here. And from here, you can move into a second bridge or into a wheel, whatever you're practicing today. Coming back up, pushing the hips up, breathing here, pushing them up, and then coming back down, drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a hug, moving gently from side to side, and then holding onto your knees as you rock back and forwards. Coming into a seated forward fold, lengthening the legs, flexing the feet, reaching the arms up. And then exhale, fold forward. Not moving too deeply at first, allowing your body to find its way. Head comes a little bit closer towards the knees, gripping the ankles or the toes, folding forward here. And then releasing, coming to lay on your backs. Coming into your shoulder stand, inhaling the legs up over the head. If you don't want to do shoulder stand today, it's fine. Just lifting the legs up, supporting your lower back. Hands can just rest underneath the seat or coming into your shoulder stand. So nice to have the legs upside down for a few moments. Good for the blood flow. Good for things to move in a different direction. Good for you to see things from a different perspective or point of view. And then allowing the legs to fold over the head, halasana, plow pose, or just keeping them up if you're in waterfall. And then bending the knees, giving the ears a little squeeze. And then releasing the hands, pressing the hands into the mat and very slowly rolling out, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming out with control. Bringing the legs down with control. Coming to lay on your backs. And into Matsyasana fish pose. Opening up the chest. Inhaling to the crown of the head. Pressing the hands into the mat. Inhaling through the nose. And letting it out through the mouth. 2 more times. Inhaling through the nose. Releasing any unwanted thoughts, any unwanted feelings. Just letting them go. 1 more time. Breathing in through the nose. And exhaling through the mouth. Beautiful. Releasing here into your Shavasana. Allowing the legs to just fall open to the side. Palms facing the ceiling. Maybe moving your head from side to side. Allowing your breath to become more shallow here. Taking these few moments for you. You made it to your mat today. Bringing that kindness, that patience, that love for yourself that will radiate out to those around you. Start to bring a little bit of movement into your fingers and your toes. Bring your right hand to your belly, left hand to your heart. Take 3 deep breaths here. Inhaling and exhaling. Just connecting back to that breath. Like a cycle, how we started the practice, and this is how we can close things up. One more nice deep breath here. Drawing knees into your chest, rolling over to your side. Finding your way to a comfortable seated position. Together we'll seal up the practice, this sacred space that we created today, by singing Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may my thoughts, words, and actions somehow contribute to that freedom and happiness of all. Because if we are not all free, then none of us truly are. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing your hands to a prayer in front of your heart center, bowing your head to your hands, and knowing and trusting that the true teacher lies inside of you. Namaste.